What is going on, everybody? Um, you know, what a what an interesting 36 hours we've been presented with by this new up and coming administration. When I tell you that for the next 4 years, I am going to sit back and just observe all of the nonsense, all of the hypocrisy, all of the grandiose proclamations, empty promises, broken promises that this new administration is going to levy on the American people. I'm going to enjoy every little bit of it because honestly, this was brought upon by us as the voting public. No one gets to sit back and pretend they didn't have a hand in this mess. Now, let's talk about Mike Johnson, the current Speaker of the House. Let's talk about how the Republicans, or rather the message from Donald Trump during this election cycle, this past election cycle, was that he was going to fix everything. He was going to help the economy, the little guy, the people who don't make 1% money. And, one of the talking points is the price of groceries, the price of goods, being able to afford a home, being able to pay your rent, being able to provide food and proper adequate health insurance for your children. The Republicans, MAGA specifically, ran on that they knew how to fix everything. They were going to be different. They were going to get things done. Uh, it's an easy fix. Whenever Kamala Harris was asked this question about the economy, she had to solve, you know, uh, EMC squared. She had to understand and know the coefficient of said equation, and she had to know and dissect every little bit of a detail of the plan. But when Trump was asked these questions, he said he had concepts of a plan, and you all, the American people, bought into it. You not only bought into it, you claimed that his concepts of a plan was way more sufficient than Kamala Harris having detailed layouts on her website about what she wanted to do. But then again, you guys kept saying, worried about how she cooked your collard greens. That was more important. Um, so let's just listen to Mr. Mike Johnson on something like groceries and the economy, because that's what the Republicans are for, right? They're for responsible spending and curbing our debt. Meanwhile, they're driving the debt up, and they will give tax cuts to the rich because all of those things, the tax cuts to the rich and cutting red tape for corporations to continuously uh, hire cheap, fire easy, uh, to bring in other people from other countries and give them positions and jobs that American people, decent, hardworking American people should have or be entitled to. Those things seem to be very, very easy. But let's focus on the price of eggs. Let's focus. I want you guys to listen. Just listen to this. Just listen to Mike Johnson tell you how simple this is.
But is their bottom line one piece of legislation targeted at bringing down grocery prices for the American consumer?
It's a complex collection of legislation because we got to unwind and fix everything. I was on the campaign trail all last year, traveling around the country. I logged enough miles to circle the globe 5.5 times. We kept the House majority, we won the Senate majority for the Republican Party, and we won the White House. And we told the American people that we would do well by them. And what I said on the campaign trail was, to summarize, we could be the most consequential Congress of the modern era because we have to fix everything. I mean, everything's a mess. So it's not just one switch that you flip back on. It's a number of them, and we have to make it all work together, and we will.
All right, let's talk.
Okay, let's let's look at this. She asked a very simple question. Hey, how do you fix the price of eggs? Right? And he goes and he throws out. It's a very complex situation. It's a very complex uh, concept to figure out, and that they inherited this grand mess. I want people to understand that this is the play. Republicans don't have a plan for anything other than cutting red tape for corporations and tax breaks for the rich. That's the only plan they have. Okay, that's it. There's no, they have no plan on how to fix our healthcare in our country. They're not even touching the fact that the healthcare industry is being exposed and the insurance companies are being exposed majorly for basically killing American people daily. They're not even talking about the fact that I believe the United Healthcare, which the CEO, his life was taken recently. How many insurance claims they denied on a monthly basis, which are in turn turning into actual physical deaths of people. Okay, and how they're not going to talk about those things. They're not going to talk about the bread and butter issues. What they will do is they will make sure that their billionaire tech, donors and their billionaire elites who are funding them and keeping them in power, they're going to ensure that those things are easy to tackle. Those to give those people more access to the honeypot, that's going to be easy. But for you, the average American, price of eggs, milk, bread, the price of the things that you deem important in your life, it's a complex collection of things they need to do. And you know what they're going to do? Nothing. They're going to propose bills that they know won't make it, won't pass. They are going to tell you how they inherited a mess and that the reason why things weren't able to get done for you as the average American was because of the last administration. They will take credit for all of the successes of the last administration, but then blame all their failures on the last administration. And you kind of see that now taking place with people who are on the internet, who are social media influencers, who want you to consistently believe that not voting for Kamala Harris or voting for Trump was the smarter decision. Because I can guarantee you that they all realize, as of the last few weeks, even before he's taking office, that how much of a disaster this is going to be. Because Greenland and Panama and the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico and TikTok, this latest TikTok disaster was, if this latest TikTok disaster isn't evident that we as the American people are unserious, I don't know what else to tell you. The fact that TikTok purposely, shut itself down on some dramatic, WWE storyline, and then Trump comes in and saves the day. I mean, come on, guys. After Donald Trump was the one who pushed the right to claim that TikTok was data farming, Americans, and that they were this huge threat because it's China. But now Donald Trump, according to Donald Trump, hey, TikTok is good now. And like parrots and like individuals who don't know how to think for themselves, many of you are running up behind Donald Trump talking about, yeah, man, TikTok is okay, man. I don't know what the big deal was. Man, why couldn't the Democrats just get a deal done? Do you see how feckless and ineffective and performative we are as an American society? We'll get out here and we'll do marches and we'll get out here and we'll, get on soapboxes and talk about this ism and that ism. And yet when the push comes to shove, we just want to be led, right? Led like sheep. And you know what's crazy? This little TikTok performative stunt is going to garner Trump more support. And it's going to garner him support from a lot of the Gen Zers. Because you know what's interesting? In the last 24 hours, when TikTok went offline, I saw more Gen Zers crying hysterically that, oh my God, the Democrats let us down, the Democrats let us down, not understanding that when a bipartisanship bill came forth, you know what? I'm not even going to explain it to you because it doesn't matter. We're unserious people. You guys believe anything and everything you read on Twitter. You believe anything and everything you see in a 15 or 10-minute Instagram post. That's what you guys. That's your educators. That's your teachers. That's what you rely on to get your knowledge, and you're going to be governed that way. They're going to treat you. This new administration is going to treat all of you who went out there and voted for it. They're going to treat you like the mindless drones you are. They're going to constantly throw out these dramatic events and instances, and they know that it's going to distract you. And then while you're looking at that in this dramatic event, in the dead of night and behind closed doors, guys like Mike Johnson here, guys like Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, you know what they're going to be doing? They're going to be cutting all that red tape so that their billionaire CEOs can just pillage the American people further. When I tell you I'm kind of entering in my villain era when it comes to dealing with a lot of you who honestly don't want to listen, who want to constantly listen to these social media influencers who tell you think this way or do this and do that, and because you're too lazy to do research on your own, you refuse to see it, and so it's just easier to fall in line with a large group of people who are echoing something, and you see that it gets more likes. So of course you're not going to go against the grain. If you guys want to be this way, honestly, I'm more than happy to enter my villain mode and just point out how stupid, ignorant, lazy, ineffective you all are. This administration, right? This incoming administration is worth $350 billion. $350 billion. That it was supposed to be a dawn of a new age. And it was going to own the libs. And it was anti-woke. And it was anti-DEI. And they got you idiots to all pay attention to the wrong things. You were more concerned about what someone does in their bedroom instead of what they're really going to do that affects your entire home, where you live, your way of life. Did you see where Donald Trump just got rich on a pump and dump crypto scheme, and nobody could do anything about it? And you know what's really crazy? And this is to further show you how ineffective and feckless most of you are as voters, as American people. While you out there, because they showed a video yesterday of people marching and doing an anti-Trump protest, all these white faces, all these Caucasian faces in the crowd. Where were you on voting day? Because the exit polls, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's a saying from boxing. Credit to Floyd Mayweather when he used to talk about his pay-per-view numbers. But men lie, women lie, numbers don't. All of you white folks and you white liberals and you white independents claiming how you're so worried about democracy, you're so worried about oligarchies and all of that. Where were you on election day? It's all performative. And ladies and gentlemen, people like Mike Johnson, who just throws out and spews out that jargon that it's such a complex situation to deal with helping the little people of America. I was paraphrasing what he said there, but you get the gist. All he's got to do is just throw out some word salads and and most of you will buy it. You know, you'll call anybody who can clearly say, "Nah, get this done or else." You'll call them shills, and you'll call them stupid. You don't understand the process, but yet you did the exact same thing to the Biden administration, and you did it to the Obama administration, and you do it. You constantly do it because, see, the real movers and shakers, that's what they want you to do. They know that you're stupid. They know that you're stupid. And honestly, as somebody who has sat back and I've watched over the years how many of you voters move, I'm convinced too. You're stupid. And there's no crime in saying that. See, there's something that the right does do, and I actually do like it. They always talk about bringing back bullying. I believe that we need to bring back bullying, and we need to bring back the country to a time where people who said stupid things were not allowed in the room. We so do need that, because, and this goes for both sides of the aisle. There needs to be an actual standard set, and we got to stick to it, and we need to bring back bullying. And I don't care if I have to bully a lot of you so-called conservatives and liberals who so stuck in your ways, right? So stuck in, well, I'm fighting for this cause and I'm fighting for that cause. Meanwhile, neither cause is ever going to get handled, because the real movers and shakers, they all work for one big conglomerate. Oh man, it's gonna be let's repeat this again. I'm gonna leave this video off and I'm gonna let you guys listen one more time. Let's hear Mike Johnson one more time tell you what they're gonna do about the price of eggs. Here you go.
But is their bottom line one piece of legislation targeted at bringing down grocery prices for the American consumer?
It's a complex collection of legislation, because we got to unwind and fix everything. I was on the campaign trail all last year, traveling around the country. I logged enough miles to circle the globe 5.5 times. We kept the House majority, we won the Senate majority for Republican Party, and we won the White House. And we told the American people that we would do well by them. And what I said on the campaign trail was, to summarize, we could be the most consequential Congress of the modern era, because we have to fix everything. I mean, everything's a mess. So it's not just one switch that you flip back on. It's a number of them, and we have to make it all work together, and we will.
All right, let's talk about...
Enjoy the next 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.